Welcome back to Whisky Cooking Show. My name is Charlotte. I come from a patisserie and perfect chef background, and I'm here to share with you my knowledge about cooking and baking through step-by-step videos every week. I hope this channel can be a platform for me to pass on my passion for food, and hopefully for you to learn something useful that you can apply in your own cooking adventures. Today, let's make something sweet for our hungry souls. I'm going to show you how to make the Mexican classic dessert tres leches. The name tres leches means 3 milk because there are 3 types of milk used to soak the cake: heavy cream, condensed milk, and evaporated milk. This cake is sweet, unique, and perfect for celebration. The cake base of the tres leches is similar to that of an angel cake, light and fluffy, and is ideal for soaking up the milk syrup. The first time I made this cake is when I was still working for a Sydney inner west bakery, and the house recipe uses rum in the cake base. Trust me, I immediately fell in love with this cake because the sweet, spicy aroma left in the cake was just unforgettable. But bad news is you're not gonna get drunk from eating this cake because all the alcohol will get baked off in the oven. Without further ado, let's whisk it out. First, preheat your oven to 180 Celsius degree. Then, let's separate 5 eggs into yolks and whites. As we are using the egg white to make meringue, it's very important that no egg yolk is mixed with the white, because the fat in egg yolks will hinder the protein in egg whites from forming networks and whipping up nice and fast. And this is why I always like to use a separate bowl to crack my eggs before transferring them to a designated bowl. Keep the egg white in the fridge for later use and start whipping up the egg yolk with sugar on medium-high speed until thick and pale. Add in milk, rum, and vanilla extract. Slightly mix to combine and set aside. Prepare plain flour, baking powder, and salt in the mixing bowl. Transfer the whipped egg yolk mixture into another bowl. Then start sifting the dry ingredients in stages and fold gently with a spatula. Add a splash of milk in the end and fold until your batter's looking like this. Set it aside and let's prepare our meringue. Pop your egg whites and cream of tartar into the mixer and start on low speed. Once the egg whites start to turn foamy, turn to medium speed and gradually adding caster sugar in 3 stages. You can stop the mixer once soft peak is formed. Cream of tartar is an acidic stabilizing agent that is usually used in meringue making to increase the meringue's structural stability and volume. Next step is to fold the meringue into the cake batter. As you can see, the cake batter is quite thick at the moment, so we need to loosen it first before dumping all the meringue in. Get a small amount of meringue and start mixing quite vigorously until the cake batter is loosened up. I always like to tell people this is the sacrificial meringue for the greater good. Then, we fold in the next batch of meringue and fold gently. Repeat the process until the cake batter is nice and smooth like this. Prepare your cake pan like this by lining it with baking paper and wrapping the base with aluminium foil so that it will hold the milk syrup when soaked. Pour in the cake batter, gently give it a shake to flatten the surface and bake at 180 degrees for around 45 to 55 minutes. Cake in the oven, let's prepare our milk syrup. Pour evaporated milk, condensed milk, and heavy cream into a measuring jar and mix well with a spoon. Then, vanilla whipped cream or crème chantilly in French. Remember the golden ratio of 10 to 1 when making whipped cream. That means for every 10 grams of cream, we're using 1 gram of sugar. Whip until stiff peak and pop into the refrigerator. Time's up! Your cake is ready if it springs back when pressed on its surface. While the cake is still hot, poke holes with either a chopstick or something thinner evenly. Go all the way, only leaving around 1.5 centimeters gap from the bottom and the size of the cake. Pour the milk syrup in stages and refrigerate for about an hour to let the cake soak up the syrup and firm up a little. Now, let's prepare the toppings by cutting the strawberries and chopping the pistachios. Balance is crucial in pastry, or I may say basically in everything. I picked strawberries because the acidity would balance the overall sweetness of the cake. After an hour, carefully take out the cake from the cake mold and use a serrated bread knife to trim the sides of the cake through zigzag motions. Again, no rush here, take your time. Then, trim out the top of the cake through small cutting motions. Last, decorations. Pipe your whipped cream and top it with strawberries. When you pipe, use your left hand to control the piping bag's movement and your right hand to exercise pressure. Finally, sprinkle the chopped pistachio and our incredible TRES leches is done and dusted. Seriously guys, I love this indulgent cake and let me know if you've tried making this at home. Thank you for spending time with me today and I will see you again next week.